starter. Ball so hard, I'm a die martyr. Seize the day, I'm like fuck tomorrow. Be a leader, we don't fucking follow. We are lords, so acknowledge proper. A BJ artist, a slobber knocker. People's up willing to rock about him. Stone Cold Stunner, better get the flopping. Sweet chin music is the problem solver. Attitude, baby, we be flossing. Yellow tape, they gon' need the caution. Royal Rumble over the top row tossing. Pay-per-view until the money countless. Vince McMahon, I'm the boss of bosses. Undertaker, I take no losses. 316, say word to Austin.
All right. Nice little introduction to the first episode of this fucking awesome show.
Nonsense.
I wish we could call it the awesome show, but I think that's probably trademarked by like. I feel like I think it's Tim and Eric. Tim and Eric, awesome show, right?
Awesome show, great job.
Yeah. So maybe we just cut the great job. So we're stealing your name, Tim and Eric.
Well, it's not stealing, it's imitating.
Life imitates art.
It does.
Zach and Cobain's awesome show.
Zach and Cobain's awesome adventure. No, I'm pretty sure that one's been taken too.
Oh, damn it. The good stuff's gone.
Zach and Cobain's bogus journey.
Oh,
No, that one's taken too.
Damn it.
All the good ones.
We'll figure it out.
Zach and Cobain's epic voyage.
Okay. We could go Fantastic Voyage and we could show respect to the late, great Coolio.
It's not a bad idea.
You know? Feel like we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So you went to a fun little event today.
Yeah, I went to Complexcon this morning.
How was that? Tell us about it.
It was cool. It was cool. Down Long Beach Convention Center.
Snoop Dogg's hometown.
Yeah, I was in the LBC, man. I was on a mission trying to find. I was on a mission on trying to find cool items, see some cool things. So this is actually my first time at Complexcon.
Oh, nice.
Believe it or not. And well, you'd believe it because you know. But some people might not believe that.
Yeah.
But it was cool. It wasn't as busy as I thought it would be, but it was still really packed. But it was so big. The area was so big.
Gotcha.
I think tomorrow will be a lot busier. There's the concert tomorrow.
Oh yeah. You got the Clips in
Clips.
Nego. Is it Nego?
Yeah. Like first performance ever.
Yeah. It's cool.
Ski Mask. Kodak Black. Uzi Vert.
Oh, like Ski Mask, the Slim Cloud?
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, I do too. He's dope. I would love to see him and Uzi. That'd be a cool concert to go to.
Oh yeah. Uzi dropped a video today, I think.
Oh, did he? Did you see it?
Yeah, I didn't watch it yet. I'm sure it's good.
Okay.
I didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
Yeah, so the first thing I did, I went in, went to the Coinbase Jeff Stapleverse.
Yeah.
Got my NFT swag bag. Really cool experience. They had some other stuff throughout the day that you kind of missed. There's a lot of raffles going on later I didn't get to go to.
Okay.
But yeah, I went there, got some of the Slay Bunbury. I don't know how to say his name properly.
What?
The Crocs. Slay, his Crocs. I got a pair of those.
Okay.
Got a, what else did I buy? Oh, I bought this cool poster.
Oh, nice. What's
some art? It's hard to describe. It's I got to pull up the brand and show you later or something, but it's got this hand. It's got this looks like a lady's hand with some red nails. And it's like a smoking gun.
Oh, okay.
Kind of smoking, but there's like this arachnid like crawling on the handle.
Oh, okay. A little spider action.
Yeah, so it's got some sort of like
spider tattoo.
Different vibes. And when you look at it, like it doesn't always like mean the same thing. It doesn't always feel like it's the same thing. So it's a cool mix of things. I got to get a frame for it so I can put it up.
Frames are frames are a lot more expensive than I think people recognize. Like a good frame, like
yeah,
I have like pretty like subpar frames. Like I think my frames are like I've spent like $70 to $80 on them because some people have frames that are like fucking $1,000, and I'm like, that's a lot. That's a lot of money for a frame.
Yeah.
But then the art they put in it was like $30,000, and I'm like, all right, well I guess that makes sense. I mean,
it really did. It's it's really directly equivalent to the price of the art. Like, if you get like a $30,000 piece and you go to, I don't know, one of these framer plates, with the Aaron's Brothers or something. I don't know what they have, but like
furniture.
I don't even know, man. I don't know. And you get one of these $10 frames, $20 frames, $50 frames for something like that. I don't see that really being probably a great investment.
Yeah.
To protect your art that's worth $30,000 and will probably appreciate like a mofo.
Yeah, it will. It will. That's what Mr. Hove taught me.
Yeah, investment wise, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think he's got like a bar where he talks about he bought a painting and then like a couple years later it was like worth more.
Oh, he did. That was on that
444, right?
Yeah.
That was the Grown Man album. That was a businessman's album right there.
It was, yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of good knowledge being passed around in that one.
There was.
So yeah, ComplexCon was cool. No big presence from Adidas that I saw. Nike that much for either, but Adidas I didn't really see too much going on.
Interesting. You're telling me that they didn't have their new shoe line show up there?
No, they didn't have the artist formerly known as Ye sneakers on display.
The Adizis. I really hope they call them that. The Adizis. What do you think of that? What do you think of Adidas sans Ye?
It's tough, man. Really, when you have a brand like Yeezy, which he still owns, that's his brand. It is a marriage between that, I think, that item that's created.
Right.
So those silhouettes are synonymous with Yeezy. You could change the name, but I feel like it would be a long time before, in the minds of most people that have grown up with that, don't think of Yeezy when they see those.
Yeah.
Which could be it. I don't know what that means, because that could be what Adidas is maybe banking on. They think people will want to buy them.
Mm-hmm.
But the tough thing is, it's the exact opposite that could also happen.
Yeah.
It's someone like me, my opinion is, I don't think I could rock like an Adidas shoe that used to be Yeezy. I don't think I can go buy like a pair of 350s, like V2s, and like it's not the same thing.
Yeah. Do you think that, because for you it now lacks the hype because there's not like a big name attached to it, that's kind of why you're like, I don't want to mess with it really? Do you think is that like an impact on you?
No. What it comes down to me is like it's because it's someone else's art.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's Adidas owns it, but it's not their art.
Yeah, it's become a corporate product now.
Yeah. So it doesn't have the same feel to it. Like when I'm wearing a Yeezy before, it's like I feel like I'm wearing Ye's shoe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's not the same thing.
You were supporting this felt like someone's design.
Yeah.
And they really put this effort into it. This is artistic, opposed to this company that just, bought these designs and now they're just like, all right, these are designs now. Yeah.
And as someone who's really into sneakers like that, that's also part of the history. That's part of the thing. This is an art piece.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes like that.
I think that, I think you're right. I think there's a lot of people that are going to be like, Adidas without Yeezy, like, I don't want Yeezys. 350s, this is not the same. But I truly think that in the long run, I think Adidas will be fine with this, because I think there's so many people in places that couldn't get Yeezys before because of the hype. They couldn't get them. I think because that hype's gone, eventually we'll end up seeing these in stores, and you'll be able to have people just walking in stores buying these Adizis. Hopefully, like, I'm gonna keep saying it until somebody from Adidas says stop, because that's our name. But
try to speak into existence.
I'm speaking into existence. But like, there's just gonna be a lot more people that can actually get them that may not have had the funds to pay resale. So now you can actually get them at the retail value. Because I know the first ones are gonna be $320 or $220. But I think a price drop's gonna come from there after that, because I don't see people paying $220 for the nameless Adidas Yeezys.
I mean, I think Adidas is gonna try.
Of course, absolutely.
And I think they're gonna not just release a bunch of Yeezys now that they have it, because that was always them that wanted to release less.
Yep.
So I imagine they're still gonna try to hype it up in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so like it's funny to me. You think about a 350 V2, which is now like a super iconic design in shoes.
It is. Yeah.
Like that's a silhouette that everyone knows.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you have a stripe and you have 350 on it, but you have like easy branding on things.
Yep.
Like, what does that look like now? It just looks like a store brand.
Yeah, it will.
It's like a store brand.
Well, though, there were a lot of knockoffs out there though already. There were a lot of counterfeits that people were wearing. Like,
Of course.
so
And I think that might be the demographic.
yeah. I absolutely think so. And I think I think that demographic is going to feel even better about being able to wear them now because they're no longer counterfeit. Like, it's just, these are just
Yeah.
Adidas
Right.
branded ones now. So like, I think that's going to, I think that market will pop with it.
Yeah.
So I think, it'll work out,
Yeah.
but it's definitely going to hurt in the beginning.
Yeah.
So if they push through, that would be the smart thing to do, push through, because you made this big hoopla about everything.
right.
So
right.
might as well. That's my thought.
Yeah.
I'll see what happens. I don't plan on buying any, but you never know. You never know what the streets will do, and it really depends on Mr. Ye himself. I think what happens, because I know he's gonna come out with some fire on his own, with the Yeezy actual brand.
Yeah.
But I just wonder who that's gonna be with, because right now it doesn't seem like it's gonna be with anybody popular.
It's Adidas owning his shoes is like Paul McCartney owning Michael Jackson's songs.
Other way around. McCartney owned Beatles. I mean, Michael owned Beatles.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael owning the Beatles.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Owning the copyright, to
Yeah.
that, like the masters.
Yep.
Like what? You own my IP, but like I made it.
But what I respect about that is Michael wasn't really doing anything with it. Like,
Oh no.
Like I like to imagine that he like bought all the masters, and then he just at the studio just listening to the masters and shit. Like, like it's just him. Like, hey, this shit was good.
I didn't deserve that loud of a laugh, but that was a pretty good. That was a pretty good voice.
But yeah, I agree. It's exactly the same thing. So yeah, Adidas is Michael Jackson in the situation, and they now own the Beatles of shoes.
They own all the hits.
Let's
all
go.
the goods.
If Kanye sees this, it can go right to his head that we just compared him to the Beatles.
Except for the okay. So here's a question for you. So the one patent that we know Ye does own, are the Yeezy slides.
Mm-hmm.
What are the Yeezy slides of the Beatles songs?
Oh, shoot, that's a good question. I mean,
because Yeezy slides are dope, but they're affordable and accessible by people.
I think the Yeezy slides for the Beatles were like there are songs that they might have wrote that didn't end up being Beatles songs, that might have ended up being just like John Lennon or Paul McCartney songs that they got to keep and do their own shit with, because like Michael don't own those.
So Yeezy slides are like wings.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly. So for Ye, these are gonna be, this is solo joints now. So he gonna have to, he'll have to get the machine behind him. Luckily, Paul McCartney got the machine behind him. I think John Lennon had the machine, but John Lennon, I think,
it's the Beatles
gone too soon.
They all had the machine behind them.
Yeah.
John Lennon can say whatever he wants, do whatever he wants, but this is a major recording studio.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, so I think Ye gonna be all right. Them shoes are gonna come back out. The slides are gonna pop too.
oh, absolutely,
The only Ye branded ones are
Absolutely.
gonna pop.
yeah. Except like, well, yeah, I guess he could just make them.
Yeah,
that's true.
There's nothing stopping him. Other than, he needs a distributor.
Here's a big question for you now too: is like, who signs with them? Obviously he's going to do his own thing now, because famous breakup with Nike.
It's got to be kids.
Famous breakup with Adidas.
Yeah.
Like Skechers, he couldn't even get a meeting. I mean, walked it unannounced, but
Skechers so lame for that. Like, nobody asked them. Nobody asked them. They were like, immediately, they were like, and by the way, Ye came in the other day. We kicked him out.
Hey, for real though, could you imagine Yeezy Skechers?
Hey, bro, so
shape ups.
they thought that was a flex, and like I'm like, you're dumb because like Yeezy would have made your brand so fucking poppin'. Like
Oh yeah.
people would have rocked like people have never rocked Skechers, not like
But
for real.
Skechers is like has low key done so well for itself
They-
for years. Like they're huge.
Yeah, to be this big and like
Huge.
I don't know who wears like I do know. I've seen seniors in Skechers and I see
Yeah.
babies in Skechers.
Those are just like on ads when we were like kids watching wrestling.
Yep. Oh yeah. They had that. Well, so it's funny. Skechers has always had like really good endorsement. Like they really sponsored some smart brands
Mm-hmm.
that I think made them appealing. Because yeah, I remember when we were kids, wrestling like WWE absolutely had Skechers endorsing them or sponsoring, and I never bought them though, so like it
Yeah.
didn't work on me.
Oh yes. The ads are still like, well, no. I'm gonna go get some J's.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go get beat up at school for my Skechers. All right, I'm gonna catch a Stone Cold Stunner from the fucking bully around the corner.
I'm wearing skate shoes or basketball shoes. It's one of the two.
Yep.
That's all that's happening.
Yep. Although I did wear some fucking I wore some dress shoes every now and then. I liked it. I dressed.
You would.
I wore suits every now and then to school just because.
You would be suited booted to school just because. Yeah.
You know, you never know.
So you're living your best life. I respect it.
You never
I do
know.
respect the game though.
Yeah, you like switch it up sometimes, but you know. Yeah. All right. So Ye gonna have his heat still. Not with Skechers.
Nay.
Not with Skechers. Not with Nike.
Nay.
Not with Adidas. Who's left? Lugs. There it is. Lugs. No.
I mean, it wouldn't be his first time trying to do work boots.
Yeah. Do you think he goes like super designer, or do you think he still tries to go to a company that's about all the people? Like, would it be Reebok?
Based on his most recent creations and designs and everything, like nothing's designer anymore.
Yeah.
Like the whole Life of Pablo era was so big in that, and then before that, obviously Louis Vuitton, different things like that. But he's kind of more back to just kind of an everyman sort of catalog.
Yeah.
Like even the Gap stuff is just like puffy jackets.
Oh, good point. It's the
some other
Gap
stuff.
Like, that's it.
Yeah, it's the Gap. It's like it's everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody shops there.
That's a good point. All right. So he a man of the people. Well, just some people.
Think of the foam runners, the slides. It's all super basic.
Yeah.
Super basic stuff.
Yeah. I just hope we get more weird designs. Like, cause that was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing the shoe game go into this just wild expansion of creativity.
Right.
I think about what are the ones with the fucking that look like alien shoes.
700 V3s.
Yeah, like those are cool ass shoes.
I still have my pair. They're cool shoes, man.
So I hope we get to see more of that, and I hope even for Adidas, I hope that they choose to keep living on the edge and not go back to, just superstars. No offense, I like superstars, but just I think we in the future.
It's funny because like superstars were like my jam. I've worn those forever, and I rarely wear those anymore. They're just so uncomfortable.
They are. Yeah.
They're really uncomfortable. I still like the way they look. Like a classic pair looks really good. But I've noticed like since I've been in LA, it's slowly kind of become less of a thing.
Oh yeah, I don't really see a lot out here.
'Cause it just doesn't really work with some like fits and different things like that. The superstars don't really pull off the same way. And they also become kind of beaters.
Yeah.
And like some of LA, like we're beaters, usually Vans.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the weather's always nice, so I can usually wear nice shoes. I don't have to worry about snow or rain or anything happening,
Unless you're a super rich kid, then your beaters are anything you choose.
Well, it's a good point. Your beaters can be anything, but yeah, absolutely.
I see niggas all the time in like $900 shoes, and I'm like, bro, why are they so dirty? Why are they so like floppy? And they're just like, I mean, I bought them to wear, but I'm like, I respect that.
Here's my thing with that though, is like, yeah, you bought them to wear, cool, that's awesome, but like, wouldn't you just want to clean the shoes that you wear and not have them be dirty and full of like mud and stuff?
Yeah, I mean,
That doesn't look good no matter what the shoe is.
I agree. And if you got the bread and the problem is you don't want to clean them, like, I mean, you could pay people to clean them.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole store here where you could take them and people will clean them.
Yeah. It's because it's funny to me. And it always depends on the person, but like if you were to get a bunch of, I'm using mud as an example because that's just a common thing that get crusty on shoes and people they get butt in their shoes. Like, you know, let's say you're wearing a t-shirt and you get mud on your t-shirt, you're clearly gonna clean your t-shirt or change your t-shirt, right?
You don't come back out the next day like, fuck it, you got mud on the shirt. It's just part of the shirt now. Yeah, good point.
Why would you do that with your shoes? What's the difference?
That's a very good point.
I mean, I think they're like low key. There is an expectation that your shoes are going to get dirty and they're more utility than anything else and less fashion. But that doesn't have to be the case, and oftentimes it's not.
Yeah,
because just because you walk on stuff, you know, doesn't mean it has to like stay on you.
You know, I think it's because there's not an easy way to clean shoes. Like it's easy to do as far as simplicity, but it's some manual labor involved. Whereas
You throw those shits in a washing machine.
you're not supposed to throw shoes in the washing machine.
Beaters, you can throw in a washing machine.
Beaters, yeah, beaters, yeah.
I'm talking like the most basic way of just cleaning the most basic shoes. Just throw them in the washing machine.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're not gonna clean them, might as well just throw them in the washing machine.
Right.
Yeah.
Because then you have to take like zero effort.
That's a good point. All right, well, you know, I think you've made some valid points, especially with cleaning your shoes. But as far as Adidas and all that, I think you made some great points. And I'm glad you had fun at Complexcon. I went a few years back, pre-pandemic, BC.
Yeah,
It was a different time, but it was fun. So I know you have fun.
Yeah,
a good time. So you know, I'm gonna try to go next year. I didn't go this year.
I'm definitely gonna go again next year. Because I'd like to stay for 2 days because I can't go to the concert tomorrow. Obligations, but one of those would be really cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know, I always enjoy these conversations and talks.
Yep. Same.
You know, we can get together.
People get to hear us on here now.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so this is fun. You know, if you don't know Zach and Cobain, it's Talent Night. That's us. We're gonna keep drinking our Golden Roads and talking about random shit. Appreciate you for fucking with us today.
We are laws to acknowledge proper. A BJ artist, a slobber knocker. People zebble in a rocker.